Breaking news. Fire gulps TB Joshua's property, destroy the tomb shelter. Hello, my wonderful people. TB Joshua, he's gone to me with his maker, and a lot is going on in that regards. There was a fire outbreak. We all know what happened after the founder of the synagogue of all nations passed on. There was a bit of contention. Some people did not want his wife to be, the general overseer. Some wise men said they've been the one working with TB Joshua. She should go and sit down. However, she became the head. But recently now what we're hearing is that fire has destroyed this man's tomb and whatever he represented, and they destroyed property. This is coming, right after he's gone home and what have you. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. What is really going on? Fire gulps TB Joshua's property, destroys tomb shelter. Fire has destroyed the tomb shelter of the late founder of the Synagogue Church of All Nations, Prophet Temitope Joshua, in the Agodo area of Ikotun, Lagos State. According to Punch, a resident who spoke on condition of anonymity said the fire started 6 p.m. on Wednesday, but couldn't tell if anybody died in the incident. He said the affected property is the Ashobori Street, Godo. The house started burning around 6 p.m. As I speak with you, all fire officers are trying to put out the fire. The compound of the house is big, so nobody can see what they are doing inside. Also, the officers putting out the fire did not allow anyone in. The acting coordinator, National Emergency Management Agency, Ibrahim Falaron, who also confirmed the incident, said the fire had been put out. He said the incident happened at a building belonging to the late pastor. The late pastor usually went there to relax and meditate. Federal Fire Service officers moved in to put out the fire. The head Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service, Margaret Adesheye, said the fire affected the shelter covering of the late pastor's tomb. She said it is confirmed that a section around the tomb of the late pastor TB Joshua caught fire. The shelter was built to cover the tomb because it is an open area. So it was the shelter that caught fire. When the building was on fire, the shelter also picked up the fire. But we have been able to curtail it, and all of the tomb was not destroyed. It did not spread beyond that. Where it started from, we are yet to identify the cause of the fire. The families and every other one who knows about this are wondering what really caused it. We are still carrying out our investigations. So that's Prophet TB Joshua's home, or where he used to meditate. I mean, he has a big landed property there where the church is situated, and there are houses around the place as well. One of the building, because it's a very big compound, caught fire. Apparently, that was where TB Joshua was also buried. He was buried in one of those buildings around the church premises in an open area. And because it's an open area, a shelter was built around, the tomb. But when the fire started in one of the buildings, it's also, fire now. They give an invitation. They invite himself. It also fell on one of those properties, and also on the tomb, which caught the fire. And before you could say Jack Robinson, it has engulfed even the shelter that covers the tomb, and burnt part of it. So this is what is happening, and the family and everyone is still, including the fire fighters, are still looking out for what could have possibly caused the fire outbreak. So my wonderful people will keep bringing you up to speed on latest information and all that is going on. TB Joshua was a man who the prophet at the synagogue church of all nation, a man who many people, looked up to because he gave them hope. When he was there, TB Joshua was that man who served them very well. He will give them food. He will pray with them and what have you. Those are some of the things he did while he was alive. He will always prophesy. He will always talk about what is going on. You know. Not just about Nigeria, but other areas and other nations of the world, And sometime last year, with no prior notice, of course, death will not tell you I am coming today. The guy just went to be with his maker. He's gone, and he was buried like every human being. One day somebody was born, and one day when it's time, you will go home. You and I, everybody, we've got a day of birth and a day of death. So that's the way of life. That's the way for every human being. A man will be born someday and a man will go someday. But how the man goes, that is what matters. And that's why we must be very careful how we live our life. What impact are we making? What difference are we making? How are we supporting other people? What are we doing to ensure that when we are here, we support people? When we are gone, they will truly know that we once exist and they will never forget the impacts we made in their life. Because at the end of the day, when all is said and done, what did you live for? That will be the cost. That will be what will matter. Okay, how did your life count? Who did you help? Who did you leave a legacy with? How did you touch people? What did you do? Those are some of the things that will govern how we will be remembered. And so TB Joshua can be remembered today for how he helped humanity in his own service, some of the things he did, you see. So that's TB Joshua for you. But his time is up, he's gone. You and I that are alive are the ones still here. What impact are you making? What difference are you making? How are you touching the life of people? What are you doing to ensure that at the end of the day you are remembered, and what will you be remembered for? Those are in lines of what we need to begin to consider and think about, because we will all give account and we will all, the way we came is the way we will all go. Okay, we will all, and everybody's day and time is different. Everybody's time, everybody's day is different. There is no it's everybody's on is different. It's bottom line. Leave us a comment. Don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. Bye for now.